Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Valorant tips and tricks video. In today's video, I am bringing you 7 Brimstone tips and tricks to help you become a better Brimstone and help your team win more Valorant matches. So in this video, we're going to be talking about 7 lineups that Brimstone has with his Molly that can help you on both attacking rounds and defending rounds. So be sure to watch all the way through so that you know these lineups, and you never know, you could be needing them in your next match. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay guys, so for our first lineup in this video, we are on Haven at the A site. So as you guys know, whenever you come to plant as an attacker on A site Haven, you're going to want to come and plant mainly behind this crate because that blocks off Heaven's vision from you. So you're not going to have to worry about them lasering you as you plant. So basically, we know that this is one of the most planted spots on A. So what you can do as Brimstone, let's say that you're defending, or you might even be attacking during post plant. You come over to B site, and then you're going to want to come over to these crates right here. And you guys can see this middle crate. There are 3 little rungs right next to each other. You're going to want to line up with this middle one, come right next to the crate, turn around and look up in the sky. So there are these windows that you can actually shoot through, and in order to hit that spot, you just line up with this crossbeam. You're just going to want to line up straight above this first window to the right, and you're going to line up with the top of that beam. So then once you fire it, stand still, and it's going to go through that window, and you guys can see it going down right there. And guess where it's going to molly? That one spot where everybody likes to plant. So this is most likely going to stop them from planting, allowing teammates to come over, and it might even kill them because they're not going to expect it. So I said that you could do this while defending and while attacking. So attacking, you might let them come over and start to defuse it like halfway, or like just even when they just start to defuse, that's when you shoot it. But you need to have somebody listening for the cues for when they start to defuse. That's when you shoot it, because it does take a while to get over. So right when you're expecting them to defuse, I would go ahead and shoot it so that it lands right when they start defusing. And then if you are defending and you hear them start to plant, that is when you go ahead and do it. So that was our first lineup for this video. So let's go ahead and hop into our next one. Okay guys, so for our second lineup, it is for A site on bind. So you normally do this whenever you're on the attacking side and you have people pushing through showers. And as you know, you only really have to worry about in showers, that back site right over there, and then Heaven. So Heaven is so dangerous for me. That's mostly where I'm ever going to die whenever it comes to showers, because you can normally get the pick over here just because it's way easier than Heaven. So what you're going to be able to do with this molly is allow your team to go through showers, and you're going to molly off Heaven. So you're going to want to come to this A link right here, and we're looking at this door. So there's this rectangle around it, and you're going to want to come to this right side of the rectangle right at the corner, line up with it, and get right next to it. Now you're going to want to look up at these buildings. So we have like this small part, the medium part, then the large part. We're mainly looking at the large part in this lineup. So you're going to want to find this corner right here, and then you like see this like round part on top. So then we're going to want to line up wherever they meet. So like right around here, it's anywhere in this area. And then you're just going to want to fire your molly. So once you fire it, you're going to see it go and land right on Heaven. So this should allow your teammates to rush out of showers really quickly and then go ahead and go for the plant. You can even come over here if you want, but just be aware that you could be seen right over here. And I mean, they can easily peek out and see you still, so you just need to watch that. So like one person needs to watch it, and then you can try to get the pick. So this should allow you to push out from showers more often. Just by mollying Heaven, you're making them back up and not being able to watch for a quick second. So guys, hopefully that did help you out. Now let's go ahead and move on to our third lineup. Okay guys, so for our third lineup, we're staying on bind A site, and we're going to be dealing with U-Haul in this lineup. So basically, whenever you're pushing through mid, you always have to worry about the person standing over here waiting to just come over and just peek while you're taking care of the people at Heaven. So once you learn this Brimstone molly, you're going to be able to molly this area to hopefully get rid of that player. So we're basically going to be closer to our teammates other than when in that last one where we went to showers and you held over there. This time your teammates are going to be right over here and you're just going to have to come over here to this corner. So as you guys can see, we have this barrel right here. We're just going to want to jump onto it as far as we can without falling off. Then you're just going to want to pull over your molly, and now we're looking at this area right here. There's this line, and we're going to want to like shoot right around this area. So you just have to play around with it, and you can find your own target point. But right here is where I like to shoot it, because right when you shoot it here, it falls down perfectly right inside. And it deals with that situation because now they can only hold this and their left shoulder should be just out in the open where you can shoot them. Because if I was holding this, I would prefer to hold like back here or like back over here. But as you guys saw, the molly went everywhere from right over here. So they'd have to be out here just basically wide out in the open. So hopefully this helps you push the people outside of U-Haul. They could either go like that or they could run back here into cover. So hopefully it helps you push A site a bit more, but that was our third lineup. So let's go ahead and get into the fourth one now. Okay guys, so we're back onto Haven for our fourth lineup. And as you know, one of the most annoying things as an attacker is peeking long and having to deal with a person in Heaven basically just holding the angle with either like an op or maybe even a marshal. So this is going to get rid of that problem for you guys, and it's going to allow you to push site much easier. So we're going to be mollying inside of Heaven today. So what you're going to want to do is come over to this corner. We have this corner right here, and right across from it is this wheelbarrow. So let's hop onto the wheelbarrow, make sure that you're in the very corner of it. And then we're basically going to see the tower that's attached to Heaven right there. So just aim it right here, right at this, right of the yellow plant. I'm going to zoom in now for you guys to see it even better. Okay, guys, so the red crosshair actually stands out a bit better. So as you guys can see, this is where I want you to line it up with. And then all you're going to do is jump and shoot while you're at the height of your jump. And as you're going to see, it's going to land in there. And just to make sure you can see right up there, you can see the flames. If that wasn't enough proof for you, we'll go again one more time. We're going to try to aim it a bit closer this time so that we're able to actually see it. So just anywhere in this direction, jump and then fire it. And it's going to be landing in there because that is the only spot. See? It's right there. It was the same exact shot and it lands right there. Sometimes you can't get that little edge. You have to change up the drop just a bit more in the lineup. But as you can see, we just mollied the inside of Heaven. And this is going to allow your team a few seconds to just run out. He's not going to be there. You have to check over here still, check behind, but then you can just plant right here because you know that it's clear now and they won't be able to see you. So hopefully that does help you out. Let's go ahead and jump into our fifth one right now. Okay guys, so for the rest of our lineups, they're all going to be found on Split. So for our fifth lineup, we are talking about attacking from B side. So many people have their spots to hold on B side, but the ones that I find most happening are up top, over on this corner. They just jump up and then jump twice. And then you can also find them behind this box right here. And this is probably the most annoying because like they can easily get you because a ton of people like to plant right here. So they can just easily laser you as you go to plant, or they can come and peek like as you're coming out around the corner. So this is going to actually get rid of them and you won't even have to worry about them because they're going to have to change their spot. So all you're going to want to do is jump onto the trash over there, and you're going to want to pay attention to this little ring right there that's like standing on top. I don't like, that's for rain in real life, but I don't know what they're called. So you're going to want to pay attention to this, and we're lining it up with the rooftop. So right when it touches, go like just a bit more, and then take out your molly, put it right next to it, and then put it just a bit on top, and then all you have to do is fire it. This is going to allow it to bounce once on there, twice on there, or maybe not even twice. It just goes ahead and lands right there. I've had it sometimes where it bounces twice and then it will fall to the ground, but as you can see, they are not able to hold this anymore. They have to back up and like hold a farther angle, where if this is the case and you have a raise on your team, all you have to do is chuck a raise nade into this general location and they will most likely die because they can't go into the molly. They have to stay over here. So that was our 5th lineup, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully that one you can find useful. Now let's go ahead and get into our next one. Okay guys, so for our 6th lineup, you are going to be mollying heaven, because this is normally going to be whenever you're defending, because after the attackers plant, they normally like to go and hold heaven because it's a great spot to hold. So let's say that they planted the bomb right here, then they will most likely come up this ramp right over here, head over here, and then they'll probably be having like a vandal or something, and they're just gonna sit like right here, and they're gonna be holding this. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is come over to this corner right here, in this part right here. Just come over to the corner, go to the very corner, and look straight down, all the way down that you can. Now I like to crouch just so that I'm closer and I can make sure that I line it up perfectly. But you basically want to be as close to the corner of this leaf as possible. So now that you're like this, you can uncrouch, and we're looking at this part of this wall right here, the far left one. All you have to do is line it up so that it's just barely over it, and then you just have to fire it. And as you can see, it comes and bounces, and it is going to get this corner right here, so they can no longer just sit right here, and then all this outer part. So the only part that this doesn't cover is if they're coming from right here, but that's just fine because now it limits the amount of angles that they have. So now all you have to worry about is this side right here. He could still be there. So as you're going to defuse, you can easily just go like this, go around this way, and he won't be able to see you for that long as you go and try to defuse. So this is a great lineup to hopefully control that heaven spot on a site on split. Okay guys, so for our last lineup in this video, we are going to be mollying a back cubby on A. So as you know, you can reach A site from this way, this big huge passageway, and then you also have this small cubby right in the back that people like to sit in. So we're going to be mollying this spot right over here, and all you're going to have to do for that is follow this lineup. So what you're going to want to do, head over here, and right across from sewers, we're jumping on top of this part right here. And then just get to the edge, and then you're going to want to line up right here, and then just fire. So as you can see, it drops down, and you are good to go because it is basically destroying the Raze. If she didn't have invincibility on, she'd be dead right now. And that way, you don't even have to really check that unless somebody else comes. But guys, that was our last molly in this video. I hope you did enjoy. Hopefully you can find some use for these tips, and hopefully it will help you get a few frags and allow you to win more of your matches in Valorant. That's going to wrap it up for today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.